So students, in our last class I have given you 5 algorithms, okay? And today I am going to give an explanation for all those 5 algorithms. First question is to find the average of 3 numbers. So I have told you that always your algorithm should start with step number 1, that is start, and always your algorithm should end with a word that is known as stop. Okay, this is common in every algorithm. For your algorithm should start with step number 1, that is start, and your algorithm should end with stop. And in every algorithm you should remember to provide this step number 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, and when you write each step you should provide step numbers for all those lines. Okay, these are common in every algorithms. So our first algorithm is to find the average of 3 numbers. And so I have told you that once you have written the start statement, in the next step you have to give the input for that particular algorithm. Here our algorithm is to find the average of 3 numbers. So I have to provide 3 inputs. And I have told you that we cannot directly give numbers, or we cannot directly write numbers inside an algorithm. So instead of that, we can use letters like A, B, C, etc. So here A can mean a number known as 5, okay? B can mean a number known as 6, and C can mean a number known as 7. For example, okay, I'm giving an example for finding the average, okay? So I have told you that in an algorithm you cannot write numbers directly. So instead of that you are writing letters. Here A means the number 5, B means the number 6, and C means the number 7. And I have told you that after providing the input, in the next step you have to write the formula for finding the particular algorithm. Here we want to find the average of 3 numbers. For finding the average, first we need to find the sum of all those 3 numbers. Okay, so first formula for finding the average is we have to find the sum of all those 3 numbers. Okay, so equation is sum is equal to A plus B plus C. So here what happens is that the numbers get added, that is 5 plus 6 plus 7. Answer is 18. So sum is equal to 18. That is our first equation. Then in the next equation what happens is we have to write the equation for finding the average. The equation for finding the average is equal to sum divided by 3. And we have already found the sum. Sum is equal to 18. So 18 divided by 3. Average is equal to 6. Okay. So after writing the step for inputting, the next step in your algorithm should be you should write the formula for finding that particular algorithm. Here we want to find the average of 3 numbers. So for finding the average of 3 numbers, first we need to find the sum of all those 3 numbers. Okay, so the equation for finding the sum is equal to A plus B plus C. After finding the sum, we have to write the equation for finding the average, that is average is equal to sum divided by 3. After writing the formula for the calculation, our next step should be we need to get the output for our algorithm. And for finding the output, or for writing the output, we use 2 words. Either we can use the word known as print, or you can use the word known as write. Here I have used the word known as print, okay? So after writing the formula for calculation, the next step should be you should get the output for your algorithm, and for getting the output you use the word known as print or write. So print average, and your last step should be stop. Okay students, so this is your first algorithm to find the average of 3 numbers. Now move on to the second algorithm. In the second algorithm you need to find the simple interest using principal, rate and time. So what will be the input for your this particular algorithm? There will be 3 inputs. They are principal, rate and time. So instead of writing principal, rate and time, I have used short forms. Short forms are, for principal I have used the short form P, for rate I have used the short form R, and for time I have used the short form N. Okay, so in the second step you are providing the 3 inputs, that is principal, rate and time. After providing the input, you have to find the formula. You have to write the formula for finding that particular algorithm. The formula for finding simple interest is P into R into N divided by 100. Okay, so think of the principal value as 1000, for example, okay, giving an example, and your rate will be, for example, 8%, okay, and your time will be 2 years. So that divided by 100. Okay, this will be your formula for finding the simple interest, that is P into R into N divided by 100. And here I have given an example. Okay, this is an example. After writing the formula for finding simple interest, we need to get the output for that particular algorithm. For that you use the word known as print. So print of SI. Okay, print simple interest. And after getting the output, your algorithm should end with the word known as stop. Okay, students, so this is your second algorithm to find the simple interest. Now moving on to the third algorithm. Third algorithm is you want to find the greater of the two numbers between A and B. Okay, so as usual, your first step should be start. The second step, you should provide the input, and we have given the inputs as A and B. Okay, we have to find which number is greater, whether A or B. For example, for value A, letter A, we can give a value known as 4, and for letter B, I am giving a value known as 3. Okay, so A equal to 4 and B is equal to 3. After providing your input, you should write the equation for finding the greater of two numbers. Equation is if A greater than B. Okay. If this statement is true, if A is greater than B, that is, for example, 4, A value is 4 and B value is 3. 4 is greater than 3. Then you have to print A is greater. That is, we have to print 4 is greater. For example, instead of this A value is 4, okay, and let B value be 5. Okay, so in this equation what happens? In this equation, A greater than B, A value is 4 and B value is 5. Okay, 4 is not greater than 5. That is, this particular statement is false. Then what happens? We will skip the statement and we will come to the else part and we will print B is greater. That is, we will print 5 is greater. Okay. So this is the algorithm for finding which number is greater, whether A or B. Okay. Here, first your algorithm should start with the word start. Then you have to give the inputs. Okay. Here my inputs are A and B. Let A be 4 and let B be 3. Okay. Then we have to give the equation or formula for finding the greater number. The formula is if A greater than B. Okay. Then if this particular statement is true, then print A is greater. If this particular statement is false, then we will skip this part. Then we'll come to the else part and we'll print B is greater. Okay. And let me explain with example. Okay, A value is 4 and B value is 3. Okay, 4 greater than B. The statement is true. Then we will print A is greater. That is, we will print 4 is greater. And another example, let A value be 4 and B value be 5. We know that this statement is false. 4 is not greater than 5. If this particular statement becomes false, then we'll skip this part and we'll come to the else part and we'll print B is greater. That is, we'll print 5 is greater. Okay. So this is third algorithm for finding the greater between two numbers. Coming on to the next algorithm, that is fourth algorithm. We have to find the circumference of a circle with a given radius. So as usual, your algorithm starts with step number 1, that is start. In the second step, you have to input the values. For finding the circumference of a circle, we need a radius. Okay. So in the second step, I am inputting the value radius. Instead of radius, I am using the letter R. Okay. And we also know that for finding the circumference of circle, we need pi value. Okay. That is pi value, and we have studied in mathematics that the pi value is equal to 3.14 or 22/7. Okay. So two values are being inputted in this particular algorithm. First value is we have to provide the radius. Okay, instead of the word radius, I have used the letter r. And in the second step, we have to provide the pi value for finding the circumference. Okay, and we know that the pi value is either 3.14 or 22/7. After providing the input values, we have to give the equation. We know the equation for finding the circumference, that is 2 pi r. So we can provide the values over here. 2 into pi value I can give us 22/7 into, let radius be, for example, I am giving the value for radius as 4. Okay, 4 centimeter. My radius is 4 centimeter. So here I am giving 4 centimeter. Okay, this is my equation for finding the circumference of a circle. After providing the equation, we need to get the output. Okay, so I am writing the statement print r comma circumference. So in this particular statement, first your radius will be printed. We know that I have given the value for radius as 4 centimeter. Okay, so first the value 4 will be printed, and then the whatever value you get over this equation for finding the circumference, that will be printed over here. Okay, so this is the algorithm for finding the circumference of a circle. Here we need two input values for finding the circumference of a circle. First we need a radius, and then we need the pi value. Okay, so first I have given the radius. Okay, read the value of radius. Instead of the word radius, I have used a letter known as r. And here I have given the r value as 4 centimeter. Okay, take radius of circle to be 4 centimeter. And the second input value that you need for finding the circumference is pi value, and pi value is a constant value, and we know that pi is equal to 3.14 or 22/7. You can use either any of these values. So now we have given the input values. After providing the input to our algorithm, then we need to give the equation for finding the circumference. We know the equation for finding the circumference, that is 2 pi r. And for example, we'll give the radius. We have taken radius to be 4 centimeters. So in our equation, first you have to write 2 into pi value is 22/7 into 4 centimeter. Okay. And after providing the equation for finding the circumference, you need to get the output. So here two values will be outputted. That is, first we'll provide the value of radius. We'll print the value of radius. We know the value of radius is 4 centimeter. And then the whatever value we get over this equation will be printed over here. Okay, and then your algorithm should end with a statement or with a word known as stop. Okay, students, so this is the algorithm for finding the circumference of a circle. Coming on to your fifth algorithm, to find the area of a circle. Here also your algorithm will start with first statement, that is start. Then we need to give the input values. As usual, we need two input values. First one is radius and second one is pi value. Okay, and then you need to give the formula for finding the area. The formula is pi r square. That pi r square. Okay, that is pi into r into r. For example, here I am giving the radius value as 4 centimeter. Okay, so my equation for finding area will come as 22/7 into 4 into 4. Okay, this is my equation for finding the area. Okay, after writing the equation, we need to get the output, and in the output part, I am printing radius as well as area. Okay, and your algorithm should always end with stop. That is the algorithm for finding the area of a circle. And look at the next algorithm to find the area of triangle. We know that for finding the area of the triangle, we need two input values, that is base and height. Okay, so in the input statement, you need to give two values, that is base and height. Read base and height. Then you have to give the equation. The equation for finding the area of triangle is area is equal to half into b into h. Okay, and then you have to print. For getting the output, you have to print the area and at last you have to stop your algorithm. Let us take an example over here. The base value, let it be 4 and the height, let it be 5. Okay, so in my equation it will come as half into base value is 4 and height is 5. Okay, so this is my equation for finding the area for triangle, and whatever value I get over here will get printed over this print statement. Okay students, so these are the 6 algorithms that I have provided you.